Excuse me, just walking up some hills here. Been fasting over a day now, so I'm kind of get like, it feels good, like you feel strong, like, you know, power from fasting. I did like 46 hours the other couple days, and then eat a little, and then wake up, and I just keep fasting. Anyway, getting these cycles of fasting gets me thinking about how life works. Life works in cycles. You know, so we have seasons and cycles, moon cycles, which help with the tide, or control the tides, whatever the hell. One things which help, I should say. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist. I definitely like science of all sorts. The point is that I was looking for mushrooms. It rained out here for a few days, like a week, and neuroplasticity. When you're looking for mushrooms, is something I did a whole lot when I was younger, and I kind of took a break from it for a little bit because I kind of had other priorities at the time. I was really getting into like calisthenics fitness, which March, I think 13th of this year, 2023, will be 10 years I've been doing calisthenics fitness. And it's just, one of those things I really enjoy. I love calisthenics, I love fitness. I love calisthenics, I don't like calling it fitness. But anyway, the point is this, that might sound silly, but there's some negative connotations, connections which come from fitness. I'm not like, one of those people that don't judge people I don't judge people by their body type. But let me just finish what I'm saying. I'm getting sidetracked as usual. Neuroplasticity. When you're shrooming, when you're picking mushrooms, you're foraging, you're wildcrafting, you could be walking up a hill, let's say, or just walking wherever you're walking, and then looking at the land, and you're seeing your brain's having to process, certain depths of leaves, grass, stumps, stones, litter. If there's litter in your environment, if you're in a more urban environment, I'm in an urban environment, which not every place has litter like this, but I just got thinking this walking up this hill. So your brain has to learn how to see the mushrooms in the environment. And for myself, it's like you can almost make like searching for a mushroom, the shape of it, the shapes of them, as sort of like a natural game for your brain to play, which, I believe helps with neuroplasticity because you're having to seek out certain patterns in an environment with many patterns. So it's actually really good for your brain when you think about it, like going out to pick mushrooms. It's actually like you're like this pattern recognition brain that your brain plays, which I believe would helps with neuroplasticity, which creating new neural pathways, neural networks within your brain. And then once you create those things, basically they stay in your brain. You can just, if they get a little tired, let's say you give up a hobby for a certain amount of years, then you just bounce back into the hobby and those same pathways will light up again. It's just like muscle memory with exercise. You don't ever really, it's like, people say with sex and riding a bike, you don't ever forget how. It's kind of like one of those things. Anyway, just an interesting thing I was thinking about.